Somewhere in the far northeast of Africa lies a country that almost doesn't seem real anymore. A place hidden between mountains, deserts, and seas, invisible to the outside world. It's a land forgotten by history, silenced by power, and sealed away from modern reality. This is Eritrea, a country so isolated that it's often called the North Korea of Africa. But this isn't just about politics or borders. This is about a nation that the world once celebrated and then quietly forgot. A place where the streets feel frozen in time, where freedom is a whisper, and where silence speaks louder than words. Have you ever wondered what happens to a country when the world stops looking? Welcome to Eritrea, the country the world forgot. When you first set foot in Eritrea, you feel something strange, as if you've entered a postcard from another century. The capital, Asmara, doesn't look like any other African city. Its streets are lined with Art Deco buildings from the 1930s, cafes that look straight out of old Italian films, and empty cinemas that once played Hollywood classics. It's called Little Rome, a haunting reminder of when Italy ruled this land as a colony in the early 1900s. Back then, Eritrea was meant to be Italy's gateway to Africa, a beautiful blend of African strength and European design. Even today, you can see Italian words carved on buildings, old Vespa scooters buzzing through the quiet streets, and locals sipping espresso as if time never moved forward. But behind that peaceful charm lies a darker story, one that most of the world has chosen to ignore. Eritrea's story is one of struggle, sacrifice, and survival. For 30 years, its people fought one of the longest wars for independence in modern history, against Ethiopia, one of the most powerful nations in Africa. From 1961 to 1991, Eritreans lived through unimaginable pain. Entire villages burned, families separated, and generations raised in war zones. But when they finally won independence in 1993, the world cheered. It was supposed to be the birth of a new nation, a story of hope and freedom. Yet, what followed wasn't freedom, it was silence. The same fighters who brought independence built walls instead of bridges. The government promised democracy, but elections never came. Instead, Eritrea became a place where questioning the system could cost you your life. Today, Eritrea is one of the most secretive countries on earth. There's no free press, no social media freedom. Journalists vanish, and anyone who dares to speak out disappears into unknown prisons, sometimes forever. Foreign reporters are banned, and even citizens live under constant fear of surveillance. The internet barely exists, and when it does, it's heavily monitored. The government controls everything, from what you can say to where you can go. Young men and women are forced into indefinite national service, a military draft that can last decades. Families are torn apart as people flee across deserts and seas, hoping to find freedom somewhere, anywhere beyond their borders. But the world rarely talks about them. It's as if Eritrea's pain has been buried under the noise of global politics. And yet, in the middle of all this silence, Eritrea remains strangely beautiful. Its landscapes are breathtaking, from the shimmering Red Sea coastline to the vast Danakil Depression, one of the hottest places on Earth. The mountains echo with ancient languages, the deserts hold secrets of lost civilizations, and the people, quiet, strong, proud, carry stories that the world has never heard. The culture of Eritrea is deeply rooted in history, from the ancient kingdom of Aksum that once ruled parts of this land, to its Christian and Muslim traditions that blend seamlessly together. Despite isolation, Eritreans hold on to their identity, with music, food, and spirit that reflect both suffering and strength. Their traditional coffee ceremonies, their songs of independence, their art, all speak of a people who refuse to be erased. Asmara itself feels like a ghost of a dream, frozen between beauty and tragedy. Walk its streets at sunset, and you'll see golden light bouncing off Art Deco balconies, old cinemas flickering with no films to show, and children playing where soldiers once marched. It's peaceful, yet heavy. You can almost feel the weight of history in the air. There's something hauntingly beautiful about a country that has seen so much, yet still stands tall, quietly surviving in the shadows of the world. But the question remains, why did the world forget Eritrea? Maybe it's because it has no oil, no tourism, no global influence. Maybe it's because it doesn't fit into the headlines we're used to reading. Or maybe because the silence benefits those who wish to keep it that way. The truth is, Eritrea's isolation isn't just political, it's psychological. It's a country that's been taught to survive alone. The outside world rarely visits, and when it does, it sees only what it's allowed to see. Even satellite images reveal little. Entire regions remain unexplored, untouched, unseen. It's as if the Earth itself guards Eritrea's secrets. But no country deserves to be forgotten. Every forgotten land has a story, a heartbeat, that deserves to be heard. Eritrea's people have endured one of the toughest realities on the planet. Yet they still smile, still dance, still dream. In every cup of coffee shared, in every song sung softly in the night, you can feel their resilience. They are the proof that even silence cannot erase identity. They are the memory of a nation that refuses to disappear, even when the world isn't watching. Eritrea reminds us of something powerful, that freedom doesn't always mean visibility. Sometimes it means endurance. Sometimes it means surviving when no one remembers your name. And sometimes it means holding on to your roots even when the world moves on. In an age where everything is seen, shared, and heard instantly, Eritrea stands like a ghost, invisible, quiet, but alive. So next time you hear about the world's forgotten places, remember this name, Eritrea, a country that fought for its existence, was born in fire, and now lives in silence. A land both cursed and beautiful. A reminder that even when the world forgets, history never does. This is MOCo Views, uncovering the untold, the unseen, and the forgotten. Don't forget to subscribe, because the next story might take you somewhere even deeper into the world's hidden realities.